Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the player ratings. Everton 1, Wolves 3. This video is sponsored by OneFootball. OneFootball's app makes it easy to find scores, stats and news all in one place. To download the app, click the link in the description. Yeah, so Everton, obviously, crap again. I suppose today, listen, we went up against someone who were in 7th place, who we could have gone above. If we'd won, we're now 5 points behind them. And you're looking at the two teams, I think both teams have tried to achieve the same thing in the last year. What we've seen is one have done it a lot better than the other one. Wolves maybe had the luxury, if you want to call it this, of doing it in the Championship, where they brought a lot of players who should be in the Premier League, put them into a team, played very well against poor opposition, become a really cohesive unit, and then they've built on that this season. I think they've only signed one player. I've made loans permanent, and things like that, and they've just now they look like a team. They look like a team. Maybe it's the problem is Everton are trying to do that in the Premier League, trying to pick up points at the same time, and it's not easy to do that while you're playing in the Premier League, to build something from really poor beginnings. I mean, this time last year we went to Arsenal and were beaten 5-1 in one of the worst halves of football, in one of the worst 20 minutes of football I've ever seen in my life, never mind half, never mind full game, with Big Sam, who we're told was a defensive genius. So that's where we were coming from. But this manager doesn't help himself. The defensive unit is a joke. The pace we play the game at is a joke. And the formation is a joke. I mean, their formation today was brilliant. 3 at the back, 2 up front, 5 midfield. Wing backs were excellent. It really suited them down to the ground. And I think that's what we've got to start playing. The first thing I would do if I was Silver is change the formation, because now, let's be honest, now if we get to 40 points, it'll be a miracle. Honestly, it'd be a miracle. So why not do something different? And every time, all we do is we keep changing players and replace them with another player, and that doesn't work. It's like, remember the old circle of shite we had under Koeman? We're doing the same thing, but it's not necessarily the players, it's the way we play. So someone's not playing it well up front. Okay, we'll put Cenk Tosun in. Well, how's Cenk Tosun going to thrive when no one else has thrived, when he doesn't get the ball? Change the formation and maybe things... This formation doesn't work. It does not work. And actually less teams are playing it now in the Premier League. And if you're going to have one up front, you've got to have someone mobile behind them. We don't have anyone mobile behind them. It doesn't work. It does not work. Change the formation before we change the manager. Because that's where it's going at this point. The manager's not getting anything out of these players like other people haven't. Change the formation and maybe things will happen. Put someone up front and get someone in busy and behind them, whether it be Bernard or whether it be Lookman. Get someone in there busy behind. Get wing backs. Get Dean on the left. Coleman higher up the pitch so he's not defensively, and then get Keane, Mina, and get Jagielka in there, because this formation does not work. It does not work. It's as simple as that. And as long as it goes on, listen, I'm happy to give the manager to the end of the season. I'll probably a few times this year say I'm not, or tweet that I'm not, or feel like I want rid of him. But when I take a step back and calm down, there's no point sacking him. So, but he's got to change. We've got to get better defensively, and we've got to change the formation. How many shots do we have on target again today? 3, 4, something like that. Shocking again, absolutely shocking. And the goal we did score from him was an absolute wonder strike, you know what I mean? So, something has got to change. The manager's got to be able to look at the pitch and go, this isn't working, I've got to change something. Because it's not working. Right, let's get on with the player ratings. Jordan Pickford, I'll probably give him a 7. Made one really good save when we were 1-0 down, although when he saved it, he did push it back into the goal and Gomez cleared up. Could he have done better with the second one? Should he just start saying, if the defence are not going to deal with these things, I've got to start dealing them? Should he have a higher starting position instead of being on his line all the time? I don't know. I'm not a goalkeeping coach, so I can't honestly say. I've never been a goal. Well, I've played in goal, but no one's ever coached me on it, so I don't know. But at times I feel like he should be doing better. But I don't think he could have done anything about the penalty, and certainly not the third goal. Seamus Coleman, 5. No, a 4. A 4. Poor. Yeah, but actually, when thinking about it, yeah, it was. You know what? It probably should be lower, but I'll stick with 4. Lost his man for the second goal. Lost his man for the third goal. So it probably should be lower than 4 actually, but I'm just going to say 4 because whatever. Yeah, lost his man for the first goal. We talk about zonal marking. He had the man, and he just left him. I mean, if he'd been marking zonally, he would have followed him into the zone, but he just left him, and the lad just strolled through. Header, bang, 2-1, just before half-time. Set third goal. Lad turns him inside out. I'll give him a 4. Keane, 4. Garbage. Absolute garbage today. Him and Zuma were garbage. Their centre-forward was a proper centre-forward. Knew how to hold the ball up. Keane turns like the QE2, honestly. Absolutely terrible again today. Being awful recently. Just too slow. He's just too slow. He's not mobile enough for me. Zuma. Again, Zuma. Yeah. Silly mistakes. Poor distribution. Doesn't concentrate. I'll give him a 4 as well. I thought their centre forward and Jota just roughed both of them up today. I thought Jota for them was brilliant. I'd love something like that at Everton. Baines, 2. The lad absolutely, was it Doherty? Absolutely rinsed them for the penalty. Inside, outside, got in front of him in the box, and then Baines was sort of like falling over. And he didn't last much longer, did he? Went off with the injury. John Joe come on. It was a risk to play him. That was on the manager. Only the player would know how fit he is. Player obviously wanted to play. But he got absolutely rinsed for the penalty. So I'll give him a 2. Into midfield. Tom Davies wasn't at it today. Never did what he did the other night. Never got forward. Never joined in. Too many passes going astray. Not enough energy. I'll give him a 4. Just not enough energy at all. Got caught a couple of times in possession. Just not enough energy in the middle of the park. Gylfi Sigurdsson, nothing. Offered absolutely nothing. I'll give him a 3. Offered nothing. Absolutely nothing. His position is all wrong. It's all wrong. Why can everyone else see it and the manager can't? He's got something to give, but not in the position you're playing him in, because he's not mobile enough. He doesn't join up with the striker enough. Everything is too slow and too laboured. He's not the man for that position. He's the man to the quarterback role, like we seen Rooney last season. It's not there. Gomez, I'd probably say he was our man of the match today. I'll give him a 7. His goal was magnificent. Magnificent. Picked the ball up, kept running, and they smashed it. And that's what I want to see from Gomez more. Moving from the centre of the park through the gears up the pitch. Physically, quite dominant today. Decent in possession. Not brilliant, but decent in possession. And that's what he should be doing a lot more of. His goal was magnificent. It really was. So I'll give him a 7. Richarlison, a 4. Abysmal. Absolutely abysmal today. The amount of time that lad spends on his arse, honest to God, and people are getting wise to it now. People are getting sick of it at the match. Every time he's touched, he goes down. Grow up, lad. Just grow up. Grow up. You're like the boy cried wolf. No one cares anymore. Even the fans just go, get up, lad. No one's asked. Referee's not interested anymore. You've got to be clever and know when to take the foul and when not to take the foul. You take it round the area. You don't take it halfway in your own area, in your own half. Because if the referee doesn't give it, then you've just turned the ball over. Petty, childish behaviour, that. Grow up or don't play. It's as simple as that, because your performances are starting to drop off and people just won't buy into it. It's as simple as that. On the other side was Walcott. Why is he back in the team? What's he shown that he's back in the team? Give us nothing. I'll give him a 3. There were times in his defence, though, when he wanted the ball, when he got to their back four and wanted the ball played over the top, and every time no one would, like, when you've got a play like Walcott, you've got to look and say at times just play him over the top, and every time he tried, no one gave him the ball. Nobody. So what's the point? I think he had one opportunity where he got through in the first half. The keeper, I think he might have saved it, but he was abysmal. Yeah. Crap. Tosin up front, can't forget Tosin. I forgot him last week. Because I had it on the paper, and that was I give Tosin. I feel really sorry for our centre forwards at times, and I felt sorry for Tosin today. No one passes you the ball early. No one supports him. No one gets close to him. No one puts crosses in. No one makes chances for him. So I'll give him a 6. You know, he got the ball into his feet. I seen watching the highlights, and I was watching Coleman. Coleman asked him to come short. He comes short, holds onto it, puts it round the corner, and that's when Gomez goes through. And I thought that's what a centre forward should be doing. But how many times does someone give the ball to him to his feet, and then he has a midfielder running past him? How many times? Never. And that's because Sigurdsson plays as the number 10, and Sigurdsson doesn't do that job. He doesn't do that job because he hasn't got the legs to do that job. He doesn't want to do that job. We need someone playing with a striker who can do that job. So Tosin can get the ball, give it to someone who's quick, and then Tosin can move, and we will score more goals, guaranteed. Jota today for them was brilliant. He just was a little rat. He was a little shit house, but he was brilliant at it. Won them the foul, I think, for the second goal. He was in our players' faces. That's what we need next to our striker, a little live wire who doesn't give the defence any time. Because as it stands at the moment, we have a centre forward and everyone else is 10 yards further back. It's shite. Absolutely shite. So you know what? Get the centre forward up there like Tosin if you want. Or Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But well, let's see with Tosin. Pay 30 million quid for him. Put him up front and put someone... split striker who'll drop into midfield. It could be, you know what, you've got Bernard, you've got Lookman, Walcott could do that job. Walcott could do that job for me. Richarlison could even do that job. But they've got to be able to work between the lines. That job to do it. The kid Brooks does it brilliantly for Bournemouth. That's what sides are doing now. They're having a split striker. Dele Alli at Tottenham does it brilliantly. He does it brilliantly. No one knows no one picks him up. And he can move between the lines. That's what you need now in that position. Not Gylfi Sigurdsson. Gylfi Sigurdsson hasn't got the legs to join up. How many times do you see Gylfi Sigurdsson go past the centre forward or join up with the centre forward? Or how many times actually do you see someone give the ball to the centre forward and then anyone run past the centre forward? Never, none. Never happens. That's why we've got to change the formation. It's got to be changed. So something like 3 at the back, 2 wing backs, 3 midfielders, and then someone sitting, splitting, a split striker, a proper split striker. We've got the players at the club to do it, but the manager's got to change the formation, and I feel really sorry for all our centre forwards, but especially Cenk Tosun, who I think has come under a lot of criticism because he can't play the role. But for me now, I'm just thinking the role can't be played by anyone. They had a striker. Okay, their striker was probably a little bit more mobile than Cenk Tosun, a little bit more physically dominating, but he needs a Jota around him to do all the little bits for him, and we don't do that, and that's why this formation is shite and will never ever work. It didn't work for Martinez, it didn't work for Koeman, it didn't work for Allardyce, and it won't work for this fella. It's shite. Bin it. Bin that fucking 4-5-1. It's crap. Okay. Subs, John Joe Kenny, I'll give him a 6. I think he did all right at left back. Wasn't brilliant, but he did okay. Obviously, because he was on his left-hand side, he's got no left foot. He had to keep coming on to his right, but at least he knows how to defend. So he did an okay job. Lookman, a 5, didn't do anything, did he really? Again, I don't think he's a winger. For me, when he came on, I'd have left Walcott on and took Sigurdsson off and said to Lookman, right, you go and play Davis and Gomez, play centre midfield. Lookman, go and play right off Cenk Tosun. Go and play right off him and see what you can do. See what you can do in there. But no, he just swaps him over and goes, it'll be all right, because this formation's boss. It works, it's just got the wrong personnel. No, it doesn't. It's shit. Absolutely shit. And it will be the death of you as the manager of Everton Football Club if you keep playing it. Because it doesn't work. And the only way it would work is if you brought in 11 new players. It's not happening. It's not happening. Not happening. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, he did come on, didn't he? Just checking. He had a header that he should have buried. And he run around a bit, as normal. I'll give him a 3. Didn't do anything, he was crap. I like Dom, but he's got to do more. He's got to. Because soon I won't like him. Soon he'll get to a point where I'll just go, you're too old, lad. You're never going to learn how to be a centre forward if you don't get... The simple fact is, none of our players work hard enough. It's as simple as that. None of them work hard enough. They all run round a little bit and pretend to look like they work hard. But they don't. Wolves players today, brick wall. I was watching them both ends of the pitch. They can defend set pieces and score set pieces. I'd pay all the money to get that Connor Cody. And I know he's a red and all the rest of it, but he's exactly what we need at the back. Somebody who's big and brave and strong and can organise. And there was one in the second half where the ball, it was a set piece for us. The ball come in, they won the first header, and then 3 of them got blocks in on the drop down. On the drop down, that normally is just a tap in for the opposition against us. 3 of them got blocks in. They were all like that, and he was one of them. And he just marshalled that defence today. He was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And probably Liverpool are going by him actually. But you know what? He was brilliant today, and we have nobody like that because all our players walk around like this, dead sheepish, or they're rolling around on the floor. There's not one leader in our club, not one. Anyway, there's nobody who's prepared to come out and say anything. And then you listen to the manager afterwards. Oh my, his voice never changed. It's like that. And the equivalent I can say to the manager on his voice is, it's like knowing you're tired and you read a book and you read a page and it won't sink in. It doesn't matter how many times you read it. It just doesn't sink in. And you go back and because you're so tired. And that's what his voice is. He could talk for 20 minutes and I would go, well, there was words, but I don't know what they mean. I need to go back and watch the tape again because none of it soaks in. And he's supposed to be motivating our players to get out there and run through brick walls for us. Nah, it's not happening unless there's massive changes. Starting with that stupid formation. It's crap. It is crap. Change. You've got what now? You've got the rest of the season to change, right? This is what people had to go off at Sam Allardyce last season for. When we had enough points and we had a chance to change things up and have experiment a little bit. What did he do? No, drew it in. In the Merseyside derby when it was 0-0, it was like, throw a couple of attacking players in. Go on, let's have a real go. It doesn't matter if we get beat. No one's asked. We're used to getting beat, but we're not used to winning. So let's go and see us try and win. We never. So the challenge is to Marco Silva now is to change things, to make it different, to make it exciting again, to go the match like people were saying 3 months ago. To get some freshness back into the squad, because we've seen all the players now, all of them. There's no surprises. We've seen all of them. We know what they can all do in this formation. It's crap. So change the formation so it's not crap. When they're fit, you've got 3 centre backs there. You've got a wing back. You've got 2 full backs who can play wing back without a problem. In fact, the one on the right, it would help him immensely. I think I can't even say the words now. Immensely, playing as a right wing back, so he doesn't have to defend, which he's not very good at anymore. You've got the tools there to make it a half decent team if you change the formation. I'm just saying, it might be something to do with the formation. There you go. I've had my say. I've given you my player ratings. Let me know. Do you agree? Do you disagree with them? Let me know your thoughts on anything I might have whined on about. Make sure to check out all our other post-match content. See you later.